Welcome back to Let's Play FTL. I'm Nye, that's Trance, and we are once again going with the Braves in the hopes of something good happening.
It won't, but we can dream.
Yeah, we have seen many bad happening. We're hoping for something good happening. But, as Trance said, it's not going to happen, so don't hope too much. That said, you know, even with all of the crap we have seen going on as of late with this ship, I still really like this ship. I really hate what the computer does every time I pull out this ship. Like, for instance, the first jump, heavy laser, and rocket launcher energy cruiser that we are fighting now.
That's shenanigans.
We're seeing a lot of shenanigans as of late. This game is really testing my patience.
That's why we have other games to let's play, though.
Eventually,
for breaks
yes.
from the hell.
Like La Mulana, and no, I haven't started doing that yet.
Kerbal Space Program.
Yep, eventually. There's another missile. That hit too. I really wish this ship would die. Okay, 4 damage on the first jump, and we only got 14 scrap. We actually did not even get enough scrap to pay for the damage we took.
Yeah. I can't believe it wasn't worth any more scrap than that. That is just... That is...
I don't know how the game calculates out scrap per fight.
How much damage did I do? Okay, how much damage or how much scrap is needed to repair that?
2 less than that.
That minus 12.
Yeah, I mean that's what it feels like sometimes. So that plus 2 empty beacons in a row puts me very much behind for this sequence of jumps. Looks like I did take another point of damage, which sucks. Oh, my O2's offline. You go fix that. I actually completely missed that. I was looking slightly away from the screen whenever that damage happened, so I completely missed. Just like my Crystal Heavy missed just now. And my Burst Crystal. It's okay. I don't need to hit enemies to kill them.
That's the other thing I like about glaives.
That they never miss. They do a lot of damage. You never, ever, ever see them. When you do, you die really quickly.
Yeah. Oh, I don't die quickly. That's your thing.
I still don't know how I end up having this happen every time I have something good running for me. Because that last run was not my fault, god damn it. Hey look, it's a sun! Trance, just look at this for a second. This is Sector 1.
Massive incandescent gas. It's a giant nuclear furnace where hydrogen is turned into helium at a temperature of billions of degrees.
That's not what I was talking about, but sure. I was talking about the auto assault ship with a Ion Blast Mark II, a regular laser, and a beam drone on top of a sun.
Yeah, that... Well, it could be worse.
It could be the final boss.
It didn't have stealth systems.
Yeah. But that sun did just explode, and it's basically going to make me lose my shields.
Yep.
And because the sun's about to explode again, I do have to jump away into probably another fight. I'm not going to set that offer. Okay, so it wasn't another fight, thankfully. Can we get rid of this fire, please? Just need to put out... Nope, we're not going to get rid of that fire. Okay, you walk out. My shields did go offline. And that fire is spreading as opposed to not spreading. I really wish it was not spreading, but it seems to keep on jumping. That's faster than fire jumps when I need it to jump, but not as fast as fire... Yeah, faster than fire jumps when I need it to jump.
Well, you need more doors.
I can't get doors this early. Like, I can't afford to do it. I'll take too much damage.
I know.
What I need is to not getting these events this early. That is the second dick event in one sector at the very start of the game. This shouldn't be happening.
It's you being pretty universally hosed.
I don't know why it happens. I don't know what I did to this game to piss it off so bad.
Well, there was you Oh, pissing on the game's owner.
I don't remember doing this.
Well, you see, when a man and a chicken love each other very much. No, I don't know.
That doesn't explain anything at all.
Doesn't it?
No.
Doesn't it?
No.
Oh, wait, it doesn't.
Right. That's what I said. It doesn't. Hey, look, I take more damage. Okay, well, at least their weapons are offline. So even if I have taken 8 damage in the first sector, haven't even gotten my level 2 shields completely bought and paid for yet, and am not generally doing good in this first sector, and am contemplating restarting this sector because this is just not going well.
Yeah.
This is not my worst first sector that I've had in a while, but it's ranking pretty highly up there. Okay. God, we are not getting anything in terms of rewards from any of these jumps. That one was pretty good. That was almost 40 points in and of itself.
That was almost tolerable.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost worth it. Okay. Forward scout of the Rebel Fleet, yada yada yada. This one does not have a anti-drone thing, which is nice. Oh, hey, look, my shields are down. Oh, hey, my shields are up. Stop toying with my emotions. Okay, well, hopefully I won't be taking any damage from this fight, and that's kind of exactly where I would like to be right now. I'd like to be in that non-damage, get lots of reward area. Can I visit that place? I'd like to visit that place. I like that place.
I think it's called Easy Mode or Mod Central.
No, we'll go there later. Do I want this distress beacon, or do I want to leave? I want to leave. Anything interesting here? Hey, look, it's a halberd beam. Okay. For no particular reason, the game has decided to give me a halberd beam, and I'm not going to argue with it. Unfortunately, we have not seen any rock fights at all just yet. Okay, this is stress beacon while I'm here. Shoots the defense system from a distance. Awesome, get stuff. Start heading towards that quest marker. Hopefully I can get to it before the enemy gets to me. Here's a rock cruiser. Okay, so this is number 1.
Uno.
Uno goes where he pleases. Nope, wrong game.
Congo smash.
Bad quote, too. Okay, so they're basically offline. Not gonna accept surrender because I want them dead, deader than dead. I want them deader than dead. I want them disgustingly dead.
All your family's dead. And your wife, dog, bird, every one of them. Kill them all. What's that sandwich? Kills them all? Sandwich? Never sinking human cancer.
Okay, let's see. Hey, look, it's a mantis. Hey, look, they're teleporting onto my ship because there's some good news.
Hey, look, a flying banana.
Where they are. They're in my... Okay. You two, go fix that problem.
You know, in the immortal words of John Bound Dark Future, you don't believe the flying tomato?
Was there something more to that statement?
No, not really. Does there need to be?
I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I just stopped someone from breaking that, and they have to shoot a missile to break it anyways. God, you dicks.
Schlongs are mighty.
God, stop shooting stuff at me! I wish their schlongs were not as mighty. They need a penis anti-mightier.
So, bring in Alex Trebek?
You killed the joke. I have no idea how you killed the joke that hard, but you killed it. You killed it with such extreme prejudice that I don't think anybody will ever make a joke again.
Then my work here is done.
Trance has killed humor for all time. There's no reason to smile anymore. This is
my
horrible.
goal is now complete.
Also, how the hell did that not take their shields out entirely?
Gnomes. It's always gnomes.
Well, we knew about that. This is going to be an easy fight, and I'm glad to finally have an easy fight. It's been a while since we've had a fight like this, where there's, you know, no chance of damage taking. Looks like we got a little bit of hull repair. Nothing I can really sell, unfortunately. I'm kind of tempted to sell the Crystal Vengeance, but I think it might still be useful at this point in the game.
Yeah, early game it's great.
I think I'm going to hold on to my scrap. I'm not going to do a fix-all as much as I probably should. And instead, I'm going to hold on to my scrap and start jumping. Still need to see some rock ships. So we got one. And we have a number of empty jumps. I hate empty jumps. Okay, looks like we actually have a fight here. We do have... Okay, I'm not going to be able to use the halberd beam for this one. We do have a enemy auto scout. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna hit. Okay, all I need to do is to take out some form of its propulsion to make sure that it's not gonna jump away from me. Good, let's take out its weapons now. I'm not taking the chances with these freaking things. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them so much. There's a fire going on in my ship somewhere.
You hate them like a fat kid. A fat kid hates fake cake.
Baked?
Fake cake.
Okay. I was gonna say baked cake. Fat kids love baked cake. They love unbaked cake. They love cake of all varieties, so I don't know where you're going with this.
Omni cake.
I am Omni Cake. I come from the future to destroy your healthy children.
No, I think that's cheesecake. Which is actually
This is dicks. This is so many dicks. There are so many dicks that I cannot even explain to you how many dicks there actually are. Can we take their weapons offline, please? Thank you. Why would you throw me against a ship like this, in an event like this? That seems so very mean.
Cold, callous hatred.
Well, we knew about that. Nothing should surprise me anymore, and yet this game continues to find ways to make my life hell.
It's really reduced it to an art form.
It really has. I mean, part of me sits here and goes, man, there's no possible way this game could become any more dickish. And this game goes, what's that you say? You think I've run out of ideas? Oh, no, not at all. I was just playing with you. Attack on
Allow
ship
me to
station.
show you.
It has that whole, allow me to shed a little light on the subject. Thanks. That's gonna hurt.
A pun there somewhere.
No, it was a reference. You didn't get it, you failed. I'm sure there's a fire in this general quadrant. I might be wrong. In fact, I'm sure I'm wrong because the fire doesn't seem to be going out. Maybe it's over here? Or over here? There's a lot of places it could be, but, oh, it's in my door control. Okay.
The irony.
Thank you, Bullwinkle. You're,
Not Bullwinkle, Tristan.
I have no idea. Anyways.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
Ah. You keep on talking about this as if it's something I should know about.
It's quite good. It's funny.
Can you please put that fire out? Please. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Thank you. Okay, so should I jump or should I stay here? I think I should jump, but I could stay here. There's absolutely nothing to lose if I stay here, but if I jump, all hell could break loose. I'm probably gonna jump, because I'm not a good player, and not good players would jump. Trant, should I jump?
I think you should fix your fucking ship as well as you can and then jump. Because there's no other choice.
Of course there's other choices. There's the bad player choice, which is, oh, we're going. Let's attack this pirate ship. Yay! It's a ship that can't do damage to me. It's been a while since I've seen one of these. Woohoo. I feel special.
Now, when you say special...
I mean your mother's a whore.
No, that's my sister.
Yeah, I know, but we say it so much about your sister, it's too easy now. Now we have to find another target.
You mean like my sister?
Sniping at her is kind of like taking a gun out and shooting a dead cat. There's no challenge to it.
Cat's a much smaller target. It's like taking a gun out and shooting a dead, bloated whale carcass. Except not as pretty.
Except the gun's already in the whale carcass on a timer, and you're just watching it on TV. Because it's pre-recorded and you already know the ending. It happened.
The ending is herpes.
The ending is always herpes.
But at least it's not lupus.
It's never lupus.
Except when it's lycanthropy.
No, that's Remus.
You kinky bastard.
I don't even know where your head went with that one. I was making
a... talking about reaming, I have a feeling your head's...
I was making a Harry Potter joke. I have no idea where the hell you went with that.
You sick bastard! That's a children's series! What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I try to destroy everything I love.
So that's why you got a Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, we're not going there.
It's too late. We already have been.
We've come back, we bought t-shirts.
T-shirts, pictures of his dick, covered in piercings. Now when he pisses, it's like a sprinkler.
I'm gonna sell the Crystal Vengeance because automated reload.
Yeah, that's generally worth it. You'll get more damage out of the reloader than you will the Vengeance.
Ooh, Distress Beacon. Well, I hope so. This Halberd Beam charges really slowly, so I'm definitely gonna need that speed. This is actually, yeah, you know what, I'll do that. This has actually been a really good sector for me.
Surprising.
Yeah. Unfortunately, oh, crap, did not want to do that. Let's go ahead to the next sector, which is, unfortunately, the Mantis homeworlds. So, I'm still not really seeing anything in the way of rocks. But there are a ton of red areas ahead of me, so hopefully all of those are going to be rocks.
It is possible.
Not likely, but
all
possible.
of them, but possible.
I only need to kill 15 rocks, so...
I thought it was 25.
No, it's 15.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not that mean.
Yes, they are. They are very much that mean. They're meaner.
Trance, I'm trying to retain some portion of my sanity. Can you stop trying to ruin it for me?
You're lucky it's not 35.
It could probably be 100, because that's more than that's more than my highest possible achievement that I've ever gotten in ship kills. I try not to think about that. get into that room. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row.
Dum dum.
Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give
Woo!
them a twist, a flick of your wrist. That's what the showman said. Oh, Yes, I know how the entire song goes. God damn it! I didn't get it off the Lion King. My O2 is gonna go down, huh? Yep, they took it down. Damn it.
I could go for some shredded coconut right now, actually. It's a tasty snack. Very
Yeah,
healthy.
I can't do shredded coconut. Damn it! Come on!
Coconut counts as a tree nut for your allergies?
No, I just don't like the taste.
Oh, well, that works.
Oh, come on! Game!
Vicious.
Stop being so vicious about not allowing me to do anything.
You ever have young coconut juice right out of the coconut?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I did mention not liking the taste.
It doesn't taste like coconut does, though. It tastes...
God, okay.
like...
I get it. You do not want me to have anything resembling O2. I understand. Believe you me. I've been shot in the O2 about 5 different times now. By this one ship.
At least you know where to reinforce
Now that's
your
6
coconut.
times. Seriously. They have shot it that many times. Well, I mean, I might be exaggerating just a little. Okay, there, they finally shot someplace that wasn't the O2.
Just kidding, it was the O2.
No, it wasn't this time. Unfortunately, my O2 is actually really low throughout the ship. Extraordinarily so, actually. So,
Disgustingly low.
pretty much.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Just, open all your doors to equalize.
Nah, we're good now anyways. Okay, now I need to get my shields back going back. Get some power. So that way I can switch over to this. And have a slightly better weapon to fire with the halberd beam. Okay, you get back in that room. Get the shields back online. Okay, now I need to start upgrading my shields. That is definitely something I need to start doing now. Okay, Retruder on deck, side with the fugitive. Yes, we actually got a crew member out of this. You go over here.
Mantis or non-mantis?
Well, it's a mantis.
Yes!
Well, I mean, that's not exactly... This is not exactly the most, like, the biggest thing, because I'm not likely to use him. I'm not likely to have a crew teleporter, is the thing. But,
you don't really need one, though. Just having him is very advantageous for, hell, boarding drone defense.
Actually, that's, very true. How did that not take out their, drone? I mean, really now. Come on, halberd beam, let's go. Okay, so basically, I'm not gonna be able to actually take anything down because this is an NG ship with NG crew, which really sucks. So they're basically just gonna get everything recharged by the time I get my stuff recharged. But the good thing is I only really need one crystal to actually hit and take down their shields. So I'm really glad I upgraded my weapons as far as I did, because this would be pretty much impossible otherwise. Or either impossible or very, very slow, one or the other. Okay, got 32 scrap. I can go ahead and start upgrading my shields to the next level. It's going to take a little bit of time, but... Okay, I will take 3 scrap. That's okay. I love those events. What am I going to find here? Let's go ahead and attempt to download the ship's data stores. I get them for free. That's cool. Let's go to this distress beacon. What am I going to get here? Destroy the defense system from a distance. Get stuff. Upgrade shields. Okay. I am now able to get shields level 3 if I so choose. Let's see if I can get away from the rebels here. Demand the surrender of their goods. Okay, this should actually end up being a pretty easy fight, all told. Let's get level 3 shields going on here. I am kind of surprised their shields did not go completely offline from that. I mean, really surprised their shields did not go completely offline from that. That was my Crystal Burst and my Halberd Beam doing an incredible lot of damage. Their shields are still online. This is insane. But they're dead.
This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is Mushroom Kingdom.
Madness? Madness? This is Wild Mongrel!
This is Henry Winkler, covered in bees.
At least I made a joke that no one's gonna get.
Everything's better when it's covered in bees.
Actually, there might be like 3 magic nerds who watch this out of the 5 people that actually watch this that'll get the joke. Oh, hey, I got a rock crew member at some point, apparently.
Speaking of magic nerds, some of the cards from the new cycles are freaking crazy.
Trance, you realize that at some point, this episode is going to have to stand alone and that no one, like test of time.
And that joke will always work. Always.
I don't know if I agree with you.
There's always going to be new magic cards, and there's always going to be fucking crazy ones. For all you know, I could be referring to the prototype Dark Mirror. You know, the, what was it? The 3 mana 0/1 with if this creature would leave the battlefield, it doesn't leave the battlefield. And this creature's power and toughness cannot change.
And cue Wizards going down tomorrow in 3, 2.
Actually, that would be a very decent card. It's combo 5.
Oh, you have got to be... I can't do anything to this ship at all.
Yup. You're stalemated.
No, it's not stalemate. I literally cannot fight it.
Can they do anything to you, though?
Oh, hell yes.
Then get the fuck out of there.
As soon as my drive finishes charging. But yeah, they have 2 defense drones, and one of them's a Mark II. If it was just 1 defense drone, I could have made something happen. But 2 of them, we're jumping to this distress beacon. Which is a trap. Of course it is. It's always a trap. Where are they teleporting in? You guys, get over here. And they have multiple missiles. Like, this is just really stupid. There we go. Okay, they're not offline, unfortunately, but there's 1 less missile for me to take care of. You 2 go back in here, so we gotta now fix the shields. No, I'm not gonna accept surrender. You guys kidding? After that kind of attack? Oh, you guys are boned. Die. I am a vengeful god. You go heal up. Do I want to go to that store? Not really. There's nothing for me to have there. Just the inability to find any rock ships is,
most irritating.
Oh, yeah. Considering this is the, like, 3rd episode in a row that we've had the exact same problem. Well, this could be a problem. You get back into this room. You 2 getting back in this room. Wow, I wish I had a crew teleporter right now. I don't think I'm going to be taking any damage, thankfully. We're going to deal a fair amount of damage to these guys. But I think they do have a, you know, ship repair drone. I'm pretty darn sure they have a ship repair drone. So, I don't expect their shields to still be up when I do this. Yep. Damn, and their shields came up just as my halberd beam blazed, too. Which really sucks. But we are getting damage through. I am not going to have to run away from this fight. Nope, not accepting surrender. Okay, we are back in action. Kind of like the Looney Tunes, just better than that. Okay, distress beacon. Give them fuel. I did not need a sector map. I would have... Let's see, do I want to deal with the asteroid field? Yeah, I'm okay with dealing with the asteroid field. Damn, that's not the fight I wanted to find at the asteroid field. It's cool. I should be able to deal with this. Oh god, I hope I can deal with this, because this is going to be a really nasty fight otherwise. I should not have come here. This was a bad idea. Hopefully I'm going to be able to take out... Yeah, that actually ended up working. I basically took out everything scary about their ship. They're still going to be able to deal some damage. But most of the scary things... Most of the scary things are now no longer as scary. And I haven't taken any damage yet, so... You know, there's that. Man, I really would like my shields to be fully online right now. I would really like my shields to be fully online right now. And they're dead. That was scary. Get a ton of scrap. Upgrade my energy so that way I can get my engines up. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I should be able to do that. I'm trying to avoid going to that sun. What am I going to find here? Rebel Scout. All I need is to hit with that Crystal B1, and we will be absolutely fine. We'll be able to get a ton of scrap off this, too. More ion weapons. I mean, I can't really complain too much about them. Okay, yeah, these guys are not going anywhere. That bomb missed, which is good. If that hit my shields, it would have been kind of a world of pain. This is World of Pain with your host, Daffy Daffson. Okay, that guy's dead.
I'm blind but not painful, and this is the 10 o'clock news.
Okay, this could be a problematic fight.
It could.
I mean,
the question is, will it?
Probably not. It really depends on what that bomb is. Looks like a normal bomb.
It's just a pinata.
Unfortunately, my Crystal B1 missed. I need to get a hit with that to actually get through these guys. Luckily, I mean, that bomb is the only thing on their ship that I'm concerned about. Unfortunately, it actually did its job and dealt some damage. Let's go ahead and... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and lace through here. Okay. So I should be good, and should be able to take these guys out with relative ease, those lovely men on those flying trapeze. Their shields are gone, for the most part. They only have one shield left, but that's not gonna... That's... Oh, well, they got it healed up. But that's basically not gonna stop us from doing whatever we want to them. This is where I could really use a glaive. I could really use a glaive beam right now. Nope, not accepting surrender. You guys are gonna die. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. The beam was already going, man. There was nothing I could do to stop it. I'm so sorry. Okay, jump to here, and then head towards the exit. How are we doing? Wow, I kind of like this fight. If only because this guy's going to be pretty easy to kill. And hopefully without taking any damage either. Good, that hit. Good, that hit. Good, that hit. Actually, everything hit, including that hit too. But all of my attacks hit, which means that this guy's now dead. Which was actually pretty cool. That one is one of the better fights we've had so far. And my roaming repair squad, even though it contains a mantis, is working pretty darn well. Okay, forward scout of the rebel fleet, blah, 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 yada, 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 people on my ship. Yeah, go ahead, go into the room with the rock and the mantis and decide to fight them. That's cool. Don't bother me none. That hurt. And there, everything is now offline. You two, go fix that problem. That's probably gonna hurt. No, it missed. Good. Fix that, fix that. Yeah, I like how the ship's going. I like this. I like this a lot. Jump to the exit, and then we're gonna leave. Very productive sector for us. Sell 15 missiles for 45 scrap. I can definitely agree with that. And then we're gonna go ahead and upgrade, well, actually I'm not gonna do any upgrades. I'm gonna hold on to that. Next sector is another Mantis-controlled sector. Really, game? Wow, this game is making it very, very clear that I am never going to get this achievement. It will, however, give me a Pegasus missile for absolutely free. Game, would you stop sending me mixed signals? I don't know if you love me or hate me.
It's hate.
Apparently. But you know the thing about that, though?
You said thing.
I did. Oh my god, I did! I almost missed that!
Or did you?
No, I didn't. I'm just toying with your emotions. You get out of there. You get out of there. Be able to do that just fine. Would you guys just go the way I want you to go? Thank you. It's really annoying when you can't herd the enemy exactly the way you want, you know?
It's not as annoying as when your testicles start yodeling.
Is this something that happens to you often?
Why? Does it happen to you?
I am not going to answer that question.
I guess you're just a freak of nature then. You and your non-yodeling testes.
Yeah, we're not answering that question. Me and my testes are going to go in the corner, and we're not talking to you anymore.
That's fine. Money. Shut up, you.
Okay, well... Here's the funny thing.
A clown getting hit by a meat grinder?
I was going to say Elmer Fudd being raped by Porky Pig, but...
No, it's Daffy Duck. Get the joke right.
I did get the joke right.
Oh, you did.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Yes, I did. Go watch George Carlin again.
I'm looking at a transcript.
No, you're not.
Daffy friggin' Duck.
Nope. Not believing it. Elmer Fudd's funnier.
Except it isn't.
Okay, there's a store way the hell out there, so I'm gonna try to go to the stores and see if I can get myself a civilian ship. Okay, this is the exact layout I need on this ship in order to unlock the, in order to get, or successfully... Words! They are failing me right now. This is the exact layout of ship I need to actually get the Weapons Preigniter achievement to happen. So, if I can get a Weapons Preigniter, I can make this actually happen. As weird as that sounds. So, and I'm really hoping for it. You know, I'm kind of pulling for it, so I'm heading directly for those stores in the hopes that one of them will have one. Okay, sure. You know, you guys can do this whole jump on my ship thing again. My guys are just gonna go do their thing. If you guys are gonna be mean, we're just gonna take our ball and we're just gonna leave. That was a bad idea. and that worked really well. They have a ridiculously low teleport time on those things. And they're just leaving. Okay, and I can't stop them. Oh, well. Actually, yeah, apparently this is actually an event, and I did not know that. You can actually follow them.
Huh.
Interesting. I was not even aware of that. This is another one of those, FTL-based things that I was completely unaware of. Let's see what happens. Because it's on my way anyways. And now they're apparently transferring their crew to an even bigger ship.
This is the unlock for a, this is the unlock for the NG ship, I think.
No. That's extremely not true.
Which, I know this is an unlock event.
It isn't, because I've done all the unlock events.
It explicitly mentions that the, if one jumps the other will.
No, there's a lot of events that have very similar structure.
Yeah, I think right.
I mean, there's a lot of events that have a very similar event structure to this. But
take out their engines quick, all the same.
No, these guys aren't gonna jump again. I say that pretty darn confidently. What I need to take out... Well, I'm gonna take out their engines, mostly because I need to take out their weapons, which are now off. And so is their O2. Yeah, I am kind of curious what this leads into, though. I'm sure it's just a big reward of some sort. Yeah, they're gonna try to jump. Okay, they're apparently gonna try to jump again.
As I said.
Which is very interesting. But, hopefully, I will not fail to hit. Yep, they're not going anywhere. Damn, missed the halberd beam. Just need to get the crystal charged. Get their engines taken out. They are offering 53 scrap and a firebomb. I'm just gonna finish them off. So apparently, if you tell them that you're gonna finish them off, they go, "Get us out of there! Get us out of here! They're crazy!" Kind of curious, what's gonna happen now? Okay, they die. What's my actual reward? 1 missile, 1 drone part, 39 scrap, and a heavy laser Mark 1.
I think there was something else you could do there. I'm gonna check the wiki.
Feel free. There are mantis aboard my ship, apparently. Not really happy about this. You lead them into that room.
What was the intro to that?
I haven't a clue. Okay, come on.
Was that a rebel vessel, or?
No, it was a mantis vessel.
Okay, so
like, it was a mantis vessel that tried to jump away when it was losing. That's just about all we know about it. You two get over here, because they tend to teleport in over here all the time. You get to that room, you get to that room. Okay, so hopefully one of these two curtains is going to have your grand prize! No, one of these two stores is hopefully going to have a weapons pre-igniter. Let's see. No, not here. So let's go jump to the next one.
Okay, yes. That is called the Mantis Ship Collectors event. And, either letting them live or finishing them off has the same... Okay. Letting them live gives you a large amount of scrap or missiles or drone parts and a random weapon. Whereas finishing them off gives you fuel, scrap, and missiles, but limited amounts of each and a random weapon.
Damn, they did not not give me what I was hoping for. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade and do this. Unfortunately, I did just lose a Crystal Crew member.
Ouch.
To an obnoxious event. I'm not too worried about it because I am now in a truly excellent position right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to fight my way out. I am not going to sell my missiles because I'm going to really badly want them in just a second.
I do like the holy crap event.
What's that?
Holy crap, a weapon just floating in space!
Yeah. The sense of humor is pretty nice.
Just the flat-out whole... Oh, it's the wording that does it.
Yeah. Oh, come on, game! Actually, you just stay where you are. And you go back into that room. My shields are basically going to go offline. Just... Crap, we're going to take so much damage. Wow, that's just half of our health gone. And tons of fires everywhere. And yeah, we're not going to see a single rock sector.
It's because the game knows you want rock parts.
Yeah, like this is... The outright contempt of the game never ceases to annoy me.
The game, what's the word for you? Loathes. It looks upon you with the same disgust that a conservative father looks upon his child when he cannot tell whether he is straight or not. The kind of thinly veiled hatred, the likes of which are responsible for some of the greatest emotional scarring the world has ever known.
Wow, that was really dark. Really, really
What's
dark.
that? Sorry, I was distracted looking at pictures of otters.
Non sequitur.
They're cute. They're otters.
But where'd the rest of that come from?
Rest of what?
Trance, get help.
I'm confused and slightly aroused.
Trance, get a lot of help. Well, ladies and gents, we know one more thing about Trance. He was abused as a child. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot there. 1, 2. Shoot there.
Voices tell me to fight back.
You really need to stop that.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, so I'll just break yours first.
Trance, get the medications going again.
This is too much fun.
And stop playing Skyrim. Do both.
Actually, I haven't played Skyrim in ages. You know, the fucked up thing is, it's not... I didn't get that voice from hearing Cicero. It was like, oh, cool, Cicero's voice is the same as that one really creepy voice that I do.
Yeah. Creepy.
I am going to use your blood for syrup on my pancakes. Oh, don't run, don't run. You'll only die tired, and the meat will be tough, and we can't have that.
Okay, that one was actually kind of funny, I have to admit.
You'll only die tired, and the meat will be tough?
Yeah, that one was actually kind of funny. I mean, some of the stuff you've done is just kind of, That one was legitimately funny.
It wasn't meant to be funny. That was meant to be unsettling.
Trance, I think the best character in the new Injustice game is the Joker. Because he's funny as hell in a very, very wrong series of ways. So...
I've not played it.
You've got to go watch him. He's great. His victory scene is he starts humming while spreading gasoline all over the fallen hero, lights him on fire, and it says, "You're fired."
That's not even funny. That's just painful.
No, that's amazing.
It's not even painful. That's punful.
Yes, it's amazing. He's the Joker, and all glory to the Hypno Joker. This is gonna hurt. Nope, that missed. Yay for the miss. Now, the Joker is amazing, and yeah, he's awesome. Everybody loves Mr. J. Okay, there's a stress beacon out there. There's a store right here. I'm gonna kind of circle around this store a few times, just because I'm kind of hoping I'll be able to go into it and get a weapons pre-igniter out of it.
Better not let Harleen hear you talking about Mr. J like that. She's the only one allowed to touch her pudding.
I'm reminded of a comic I saw some time ago.
Was it one of the many horrifying hentais you've linked me to? Because I still remember about that cat.
I don't even want to know what's going on with you. No, it was an amazing picture that had Harley showing up going, "Mr. J, I got something to tell you." "Oh, what is it? I'm busy." "Mr. J, I'm pregnant." And then the Joker pauses for a second and then turns and goes, "Harley, I'm gonna show you how to make a coat hanger disappear."
I believe that was part of the plot of Batman Arkham City.
This came out a long time before that. Like, this comic came out just after The Dark Knight. Which was, if I remember correctly, a considerable time before Batman Arkham City.
Reminded of local Walmart. Their birth control sector.
Sector?
Store.
Really? Sector? That's the word you're going to use? Not
this
section.
Was back in Y. No, it was a sector. One of the options they had was supposed to be morning after pills, but due to a stocking error and a dark sense of humor from an employee, it was just wire hangers.
One day I was going, I was trying to do a photography shoot. Or, well, not a shoot, just a, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Amateur thing. I was trying to do this, like, amateur photography thing in a very dark environment, so I was trying to figure out some way to get lighting to work correctly. And so, I needed to be able to come up with some sort of lighting rig, you know, reflective lighting, so that I could fill up this area, but not buy, like, an $80 reflective screen. Which is just that.
Oh, that's not too hard.
Well, what I did is I went to Walmart, and I bought a white umbrella, a Maglite flashlight, and a roll of duct tape. The problem was that the roll of duct tape, which was the first one I found, was camouflage colored, and I also bought a pocket knife so I could cut it. The look I got off of that cashier's face was priceless.
A classic pastime trying to skeeve out cashiers. I've generally found the best combination that you can use is doggy treats, condoms, and sleeping pills.
I take it you've done this.
Yes. It was part of an official school project.
I don't even want to ask. And yet I find myself strangely curious.
Sociology class.
What right-minded sociology teacher would get you arrested?
Oh, there's no crime here.
Yeah, tell that to the officer at the front of the place, which asks, why the hell do you have all these items at the same time, and know that is not a good enough excuse.
Quite simple. My girlfriend and I We do have a dog. We are training. And it is a thing. There is no crime that you can be convicted of for purchasing these items together.
I don't know. I've seen some cops that would try.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong, New York cops are dicks. I mean, a friend of mine got arrested for DWB, driving while black. Not kidding, official listed charge.
I would love to see that ticket.
Appealed, of course.
Because there are some cops down here in New Orleans that I would love to show the ticket to and say, here, this is how you try not to be a corrupt cop.
It wasn't so much repealed as he was never officially charged and instead just released later. Because they couldn't officially charge him, you see.
Because they couldn't prove it?
Well, no, there's no legal way to say driving while black. But with no record of him in the system, he was never arrested and can't prove anything.
Yeah.
Attempts to do otherwise are defamation. You gotta love corrupt cops. Or the Bacon Patrol, as I call them.
The Bacon Patrol.
Bacon Patrol. Pigs, you see.
No, I got where you were going with that. Believe me, I understood.
I know that there are some good cops. There's lots. It's just for every good cop I've ever met, there were 7.5 bad ones.
Did you count this out to find exactly 7.5?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, this is definitely an uh-oh situation.
Oh no, I almost got death rolled by a plesioth.
Ah. Okay, well, this is bad. I have 1 fuel left. We're in the middle of enemy territory. There's going to be...
Yeah, your host.
I never give up. Until I die, in which case I do give up.
Except for those few times where you do actually abort. Just within the
We're not going to
first
talk about those. Those officially never happened.
They're recorded for all to see. You're too lazy to edit them out.
And some of the things you have done have been recorded for all to see, but no, those never happened.
Oh, there's a difference. That's denial.
No, denial is the river in Egypt.
I'll give you a river. It's my
I was
penis.
gonna say, are we playing cards now? That was a Texas Hold'em joke. Nothing? No? Okay, then. Okay, so guys, we're in a very bad situation right now. We do have fuel for the next 2 jumps, but that's about it. Got 25 scrap. Jump to the next sector, which is going to be a pirate-controlled sector, so no, we did not get a single rock sector in the entire game so far, and I am not very hopeful of us actually getting,
The pre-igniter achieve.
I'm not very hopeful of us actually getting anywhere with this.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Odds of victory minimal, at best.
At best. Yeah, I mean, that's at best here. Let's go see if I can take out those. Excellent. See if I can take out these guys' everything. Good, their FTL's delayed. That's good news. There's more good news. I saved 10% of my car insurance by switching to Geico. And then, you know, being paid for this commercial.
Gecko. The cause of, solution to, nothing.
Kill these guys real quick. God, how have I not taken out their weapons by now? Come on. Should get a bunch of fuel for that. 2 fuel is a lot less than I would expect from that, actually. Usually you get like 5 fuel for an event like that. Carefully cut this ship out. Get 2 fuel for that. I'm going to go ahead, while I still can, and upgrade my shields about that far. Yeah, let's jump as far as we can and hope to get to a shop of some sort. I've been boarded. I don't know where they are. They're in that room. So we're just gonna vent. And if they get into that room, we're gonna vent again. You go take a look, see how things are going. And you can leave. Because now they're gonna die. He just weakened them for a second. 3, 2... Oh, okay, they're dead. You need to go heal him. Now let's make one more last-ditch jump. Hopefully gonna get something. And we get nothing. Okay. Well, turn on the distress beacon again. I will buy 5 fuel for 20 scrap. Sure.
I think that's a little overpriced.
Not by much. Considering the circumstances, not by much at all.
I know there's one merchant where he says not to haggle with prices. He's ludicrously overpriced. If you haggle and beat the shit out of him, you get it all for free.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much here, unfortunately, because there's way too much going on here. Can I get my shields back online? Please let me get my shields back online. Okay, my shields are coming online slowly, but it's happening.
Patrick Bella.
Okay, I got rid of... Well, I thought I got rid of most of what they had that could hurt me, but apparently that's not how this is happening. My shields are just barely hanging on by a thread. Luckily, they're dead.
Fortunately, you're just a corpse.
And I just got a ton of scrap. Holy damn.
Balls.
Quest marker here. Good stuff. It's a Federation base I was told about. That's being bombarded by a drone.
Kill that shit.
I'm going to. Well, that's the plan right now.
You violent bastard, you.
You know I'm gonna blow up whatever the hell I can at any given opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean, do what?
People who don't play video games. I don't get those folks.
Nazis?
The normals, you know. Okay, let's see.
Normals. He fears them.
They creep me the fuck out, too. I really don't understand them. Especially when we get them at work, and I sit there going, what do you guys do all day? I just got an NG for no particular reason. Okay. Is there a store? Looking for a store. That's actually all I care about at this point, is just a store. Get a pirate that wants to attack me. Sure, you guys do that. My ship's better than yours is, but I don't have a cloaking device, so I feel screwed. Really wish I had a cloaking device right now, actually. Gotta miss, gotta miss. Actually, they missed multiple times, which makes me happy. In my pants.
It makes me happy in your pants, too.
Trans, if you get out of there, there's only enough room for one of us.
Never.
Well, there go my shields, temporarily. Sure, I'll accept surrender if it means I'm gonna stay alive for a few more jumps. Store! Come on, weapons pre-igniter. Come on, weapons pre-igniter. Nope! Well, at this point, I can go ahead and sell the scrap recovery arm. And we're gonna go ahead and buy cloaking device. And we're gonna fix ourselves up a little bit. Okay, well, we'll jump to the exit, and let's see if we can go beat the final boss. I find it a little bit unlikely, but,
Outlook grim.
yeah, that's kind of where I am. But, who knows? There's actually a store right here. Can't really do much with it, but... There you go, Trance.
I'm surprised.
Okay, come on. That's like... Normally, I expect to have a lot of fights in this sector. I've jumped to 2 empty fights, empty areas in a row. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is very, very bad. Well, we're just gonna have to kill this ship. For the fatherland! Okay, well that did a lot of damage to them. That was pretty nice. This goes to show you, you cannot both have the weapons you need to get the weapons pre-igniter achievement and the weapons pre-igniter to actually make it happen. It's kind of like this law of reality, I guess.
If you had both, you would be too powerful and the game would be forced to explode.
No, the game would just have to... The game would be forced to admit that it's not the end-all be-all in this galaxy. Damn it, how did I not take this thing out? Well, it's good. I'm going to be healed up after the next jump, so... You know, taking a little bit of damage here is not terrible. Okay, that guy's dead. Get a little bit of scrap. Just 36? Really? That sucks. Okay, I'm healed up. Let's go ahead and jump towards the final boss. He's making a lot of jumps. Kind of on the opposite side of the area that I am. Okay. Well, this fight could be problematic, but it won't be. I'm not worried about that missile, I'm worried about the next one. Unfortunately, that missile, the one I wasn't worried about, took out the weapon that I needed to take them out. So now I'm worried. So I guess I'm just gonna jump on the next opportunity. Come on, come on, let's go, let's go. And we're just gonna jump to meet the boss. Okay, here we go. Would you two get out of my... Thank you. Yes, they just died. No, I'm not unhappy about it. Yes, I was maladjusted as a child. Okay, well, let's get cracking. Dodge the incoming shots. Pegasus, let's do some damage to their shields. Excellent. It did just enough for me to feel happy. Not enough for me to actually deal damage to them on the next go-around, though, which really sucks. So, I don't know how well this is actually going to go. Because I really need that Pegasus missile to actually hit their shields. That's not good. You go fix that problem. I always feel as if I have problems in this game that need to be fixed. You go over here. Can I take that out, please? I'd really appreciate taking that out. Good. Good. Let the damage flow through you. Oh, come on. How did he get hit? 95% evade chance, damn it. You get in here. You get up here. It wouldn't be Knife Plays FTL if I didn't complain about at least one bullshit shot that hit my ship.
You might call it a bullshot.
I might, but even I don't make puns that bad.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
In fact, you do pretty much exclusively that.
No, I don't. You can't prove it. Neener, neener, neener.
You have video evidence of it.
Nobody can see that.
You put it on the internet.
Nobody watches it.
Good point.
See? Logic wins.
And now Nye feels depressed from realizing nobody watches anything Nye does.
That is completely and utterly true. Okay, let's jump after this thing.
It's like Zoidberg. Oh, he made me so sad.
Okay, where's this thing gonna fall? You two, go deal with that. Okay, so all I need to do is not die.
Easier said than done, all things considered.
Let's see, can I get anything in? I did get one shot through. Okay, you two, get in here. You've done all you can. Here comes the next incoming, wow, we're gonna end up taking a lot of damage here. My shields are... Yeah, wow. That's terrible. I may still be able to survive. It's very unlikely, but it may still happen. You two, get over here, fix that problem. You, get out of that room, get up here. Okay, our shields are back online. And here come the next wave of missiles. My engines are in a really bad way. You go fix that. You need to get out of that room and go heal. Let's see if I can take out their weapons here. This is going to be really bad, especially if I can't get those shields online. You need to go heal. Yeah, we're taking an extraordinary amount of damage here. Just because my shields, I cannot get my shields back online, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll be able to kill this thing. Looks like that will happen. Yes, okay. As surprising as this is, I may be able to win.
And I may be able to floss my dick. That doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Chance, I don't know where you come up with some of these.
Well, you see, when a man and a chicken love each other very much.
That's like the third time you've used that in 10 minutes.
Yes, I know. That's the point.
It's a very bad point.
I know. Which is also the point.
Is there anything that's not the point?
A round thing.
That was horrible. That was bad, and you should feel bad.
But that's one of your puns.
No, it isn't. I have never... even I wouldn't stoop that low.
Sure you did. It was in one of the Kingdom Hearts videos.
No, I don't recall that one.
Yes, because you promptly brain purged it due to realizing how terrible of a pun it was. And you didn't want to, as I quote, punish your viewers with it anymore.
No, I feel as if I would have remembered this. This sounds like a very memorable event. It sounds like something I probably would have been very proud of at the time. So the fact that I don't remember it doesn't lend much credence to your story.
Ha! You just admitted it's the kind of pun you would have been proud of.
It doesn't mean I did it, it just means I would have been proud of it. I would have probably been very proud of, I don't know, belching out my ABCs, but it's not something I'm actually ever gonna do. It takes you know, suspendous diaphragm control, and therefore it would be one hell of an achievement. Does not mean I'm going to do it.
It's not worth doing. It will be followed with explosive vomiting. Just reflexive.
I can't even. So we're just gonna move on. I'm gonna point out that
you have to do it to get out of school.
I'm gonna point out that I've been boarded by 6 different enemy crew members already.
There should be an achievement for that. Just prismatic, but the opposite of the one where you befriend everyone. Get boarded by members of at least 6 different races.
Well, it wasn't at least 6 different races, so I wouldn't actually get that achievement, but...
Yes, but it would still be a fun achievement, and brutally hard to get, just the way you like it.
feel as if you're trying to make a joke there. There is no possible reason that I should be actually able to and allowed to win this boss fight. Why is it happening? Better question, why did it just happen? I know, me too.
Sheer dumb luck?
That's what I'm gonna have to go with.
Emphasis on the dumb?
I'm gonna have to go with sheer dumb luck, because that, that's amazing. The friggin' finally is my top score for the Crystal Cruiser.
Wow.
It doesn't make it to total top scores, unfortunately, but that ship didn't even beat the game. Well, guys, that's another final boss win right there, which is actually very surprising. I didn't actually expect that to work. But
I don't think anyone did, Nye.
Neither do I. So, we're going to, in the near future, continue our hunt for the final 2 achievements, which hopefully we'll get eventually. But I don't really expect to get the weapons pre-igniter achievement on this ship, but I do want to get that other achievement. The Clash of the Titans. So I hope to eventually have a couple of games, maybe one game where I have a couple of rock sectors, or see a couple of rock ships in general. I think we only saw like 3 rock ships in that entire run, if that much.
They're running low on rock.
Well, I probably have destroyed so many. Does it tell me how many ships I've destroyed over all sessions? No, unfortunately. That would be I would like that as some sort of thing in here. Just, you have actually destroyed this many ships. Congratulations. I know we've destroyed over 10,000. No, never mind. Over 1,000. It's probably getting closer to 10,000 with the way these episodes go. Anyways, guys, we'll return with another episode of Let's Play FTL in the future. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Later, viewers.